What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man. We are back on Marvel Rivals, and here we are doing something new as I'm bringing y'all a character breakdown for who else but the Master of Mischief himself, my newest main, Loki, baby. So, let's start off with his base stats, and as we can see, Loki here is a strategist. His difficulty is a 4 out of 5, and his base stats is a 250 health pool with 6 meters per second for his movement speed, man. Now, Loki can deceive even the most experienced players as he can teleport, stack clones, and deal huge damage to his enemies. One of his best skills is the ability to transform into other heroes. So if you have good knowledge on how everyone's powers work, you'll become unstoppable. Be aware that even though he's very difficult to master, he's one of the most rewarding characters in the game. Additionally, he has very high skill cap, and he can even play as a solo character in the right circumstances. His biggest advantage is his clones. If you manage to position them correctly, you'll be able to dominate the battlefield in no time, baby. Last but not least, the healing abilities are very powerful, and they can save you even when the situation seems hopeless, man. Now, this boy Loki, man, I'm telling you, he is fun to use, and he is under the radar right now, man. But let's get into the further in the breakdown, and let's start off with his normal attack, man. And his normal attack is called the Mythic Missile, and you fire mythic missiles that heal enemies or deal damage to enemies, or they heal allies, man. So with his main attack here, as you can see, it takes about 10 shots to kill a 275 health character. So for the 250 guys, you'll probably need the whole 10 shots to kill. Now, also with your primary attack, you're also able to heal your teammates with each one of your shots. So as you can see on the screen, I'm able to help keep my teammate alive with my basic attack, man. Now, the projectile speed moves at about 100 meters per second. For the healing amount, the projectile does not provide healing, but the spiel fail provides 40 health per cast. The fire rate is 175 rounds per second with an ammo count of 10, and there's no critical hits on his primary attack. Now, for his primary attack, I think it's pretty decent. It shoots at a very decent rate. It moves, the projectile moves pretty fast, so you'll be able to pretty much hit your target if you have decent aim, man. So make sure, go out there. Now, let's talk about his ultimate, and that's going to be called God of Mischief. Now, what you do is you shapeshift into a target, ally, or enemy hero and use their abilities except for any of their team-ups. So this is a targeted cast. For the special effect, after transforming, Loki's ultimate ability will be fully charged. Casting a transformation type ultimate ability will extend the duration of the devious exchange until the transformation ability ends, man. So the normal duration is 15 seconds, and it has an energy cost of 3,700. So when you're in game, as you can see, you will go ahead and be able to look at any enemy or teammate, and you will see where it says shapeshift. On the controller, you click down both right and left thumbsticks, and for the PC, you're going to hit your Q. When you do this, you will shapeshift, and as you shapeshift, you will become the other character. As the other character, you can use not only their primary attacks, but you can use any abilities that they have. Now, the biggest thing is right before the 15 seconds is over, if you were to pop the ult, which you automatically get, it will help to keep you staying longer as the selected character that you change into, man. So it's really good for that. His ultimate is one thing. If you know the cast, like I said earlier, if you're very aware of the cast, you will be able to go in and pretty much dominate by looking around and picking the right hero for the right situation. And remember, every time you transform, you automatically get their ult. So make sure you pay attention to the heroes that are out there and go ahead and grab the ones whose ults definitely fit the situation that you're currently in. Now, let's get into his next ability here, which is the left bumper or L1 on controller, and for PC it's going to be the shift button. And this is going to be called Regeneration Domain. Use runestones to create magical field that provides allies healing and converts incoming damage into further healing. For casting, you release a spell field at the location of Loki and your doppelgangers. For a special effect, the spell field is sustained by runestones. It will disappear if the runestone is destroyed or if the maximum duration is reached. For range, a Cinderlyric spell field with a radius of 5 meters and a height of 2 meters. So it's a circle with 5 meter radius and 2 height meter and a height of 2 meters. It lasts for 5 seconds. It has a conversion rate of 30%. And for healing, it heals at 100 HP per second, man. So with his LB, the thing about it here is whether you're standing, you will hit the LB and you will see a runestone pop up where you land. Now, anywhere within this green circle, you will get healing. Now, the cool thing about the Regeneration Domain is it does actually coincide with his second ability, which is going to be called Doppelganger. And with this, you project an illusion that can cast some of Loki's abilities. It's a targeted cast. You have a maximum distance of 30 meters. For a special effect, the projectile, an illusion, you can project an illusion at a selected location. And for cooldown, you have 2 charges, with each charge taking 12 seconds to recharge, man. So as you can see, once you push your RB, which is your right bumper on Xbox, or R1 on controller, or the E button on PC, or I'm not sure how you guys have it, but you will see a thing come up here and you can confirm, and you will see a doppelganger pop up. You can have up to 2 of these doppelgangers at one time, and after you have them, what will actually happen is if you do your heal and you pop the heal, now you will have heal spots at each place that the doppelganger is currently placed. So wherever you place your doppelganger, so if you want to place one way over there, and then you want to place one over here, and then you wait, we got to wait for our abilities here, wait for the ability to come back, but you will be able to go ahead and cast your abilities and heal no matter where you are at the same time. So as you can see right now, we are able to, you have 3 different heal spots. So basically with your doppelgangers, you want to place them in very strategic areas in order to allow them to not only attack, but have strategic heal points for your teammates. Now, interesting thing about doppelgangers is once you place them down, it will actually increase your base attack, as each 3 of the doppelgangers will attack the same target that you are shooting at. Now, for reference, originally, if you're shooting by yourself, it would take about 10 shots to kill a 275 health character. Now, if you have both doppelgangers with you and you were to shoot the same character, you will kill her in half the time in 4 shots. Now, if you have one doppelganger with you, it'll take you 5 shots. But if you have both your doppelgangers out and you're hitting the shots, it should only take 4 shots to kill basically the normal 250 characters we see running around. So make sure that you place in your doppelgangers not only in strategic heal points, but to also have aim sight lines of enemies so that when you're firing, they're firing as well. And just to let you guys know, when you die, if your doppelgangers are still on the field, when you shoot as you're running up, your doppelgangers will still be shooting near the battlefield, so there is a chance that you can still hit your enemies while running up. Now, with his doppelgangers, it also walks into his last ability, which is called Devious Exchange. And with this, you swap with an illusion. This is a targeted cast. You have a maximum distance of 30 meters with a cooldown of 15. So this move here is basically used for not only movement, but his evasion. So if you have a doppelganger set up, no matter where they are, you just have to look at them and you hit the button. Boom. There you go. You get to swap and you get to move to that selected location. This is good for evading enemies that come up on you with melees that run up on you really quickly. This is also really good for strategic repositioning, because Loki doesn't have any type of moves to help him fly or move quickly or anything. So basically, the best way to help him move quickly or to get up on higher surfaces is by placing the doppelganger and then switching to him to get that new positioning. Now we're going to talk about his backstab, where you pull out a dagger to stab enemies, dealing extra damage when attacking an enemy from behind. The projectile speed is 120 meters per second. This is a single cast spell field. It does 30 damage. And then from the backstab, it does 30 plus 15, making a total of 45 damage from the back. And it has a range of 3 meters. So as you can see, if you run up here on the character and you click in for your melee, you will do a backstab. This doesn't do very much damage from the front, as we can tell, but it is something that you have if someone was to pull up in front of you. But again, if you are able to sneak up behind somebody, you do a lot more damage, and you actually pull out a knife and stab them in the back. So there's a cool little animation when you actually get behind them. So it's pretty dope, pretty dope. Now, for his final ability, we have Deception. In Deception, he becomes invisible and conjures an illusion to deceive enemies. This is an instant cast, and Loki leaves an illusion in his place and becomes invisible while continuously healing himself. This invisibility has no time limit, but in any action other than casting Devious Exchange, reloading, or casting doppelgangers will render him visible. Also, if you get hit by an enemy, you'll be rendered visible as well. For the healing amount, health regenerates at a rate of 20 health per second while you're invisible, and you have a 15-second cooldown, man. So as you can see right here, when you hit your left trigger or for the move, you will become invisible and you will heal during this point. Now the doppelganger will be sat there, and a lot of times when you do this, you'll be basically using it as a way to get away from someone. They will focus on that. Now, when you are away, you got to make sure you don't get hit by anything, as well as don't perform any actions, or you will be thrown out of the illusion. Now, when it comes to his team-up abilities, we have what is called the Luferson Reborn, and this is when he is teamed up with Hela. And it goes, when Hela lands a final hit in defeating an enemy, she can instantly resurrect Loki and Thor in the respawn phase, or grant them bonus health if they're still alive. For an special effect, when Hela defeats an enemy, if Loki is still alive, he will receive bonus health. If Loki is defeated, he will respawn on the spot after a short delay. And when you respawn, you get a bonus health of 50, and the respawn delay is 1.5 seconds, man. So, overall, Loki, in my opinion, is a mixture of a healer and a slight low-class DPS. If you're able to place down your doppelgangers in great strategic positions, or just continually having them in the fight, you will be able to lay out a lot of damage very quickly, especially in tandem with the rest of your team. And if you are doing it strategically, you should be able to keep a lot of your teammates alive, kicking, and going out there and getting the job done, man. But this has been a character breakdown for you guys. So let me know down in the comments, man, how I did, man. Is it good? Do I need to do another one? And if I do, what characters are y'all hoping to see me go over, man? But this has been one of them character breakdowns, and I'm going to leave y'all off with the rest of the gameplay here in the background, man. But as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoyETV. Now, catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.